Jersey and a contributor to StateHouseSteps.com. It's a little bit after 11 o'clock Wednesday night, June 28th. The State Senate and the General Assembly have both passed today the Democrat-sponsored $30.6 billion state budget bill. It now goes to the governor's desk. Now, the governor has several options because this budget bill differs from what he proposed originally. It's about $300 million above the revenues, state revenues, that he certified last Friday. So he does have some options, and there also are some moving parts to the spending plan overall, although it's not part of the budget bill. A millionaire's tax passed also today. It's an increase in the surcharge millionaires would pay, and that is tie-barred to another bill that would use that revenue so that suburban school districts could also be funded. Now, here are some of the governor's options. One, he could sign it immediately, but because it's $300 million above what he certified in terms of revenues, that would be unconstitutional unless he certified additional revenues, which he doesn't seem very likely to do, at least not $300 million in revenues. He can also use his absolute veto power, strike down the entire budget, send it back to the legislature, make them recraft it, one that's to his liking, and then send that back to his desk. That's not likely at all. Most likely is for the governor, and it's an arduous, tedious task, but governor and his staff, his council and his treasurer, to use their line item veto authority and go through this budget that has been passed line by line and start striking down what he doesn't believe either the state can pay for or that he would rather not pay for because his priorities lie elsewhere. This is the most likely scenario to happen, and that does take a while. He could also conditionally veto the bill, and what that does is it vetoes the bill overall, but he sends it back, his conditional veto, to the legislature with recommendations of how they can rework it to meet his requirements or his goals and still be balanced at the same time. Now that leads us to the millionaire's tax increase. It's a surcharge on millionaires are already paying a tax, but this would increase it to 10.75%, higher than our neighboring states. The Democrats anticipate this would raise $550 million, possibly more, possibly a little less, give or take. They want to use that money to fund schools in suburban districts, generally Republican districts. Now, if the governor on Thursday were to veto the millionaire's tax, and this is an easy one, he's already said he will, that means most people would believe he doesn't have money to fund the suburban school districts. Not necessarily so. He might like that bill, which is also passed. What he could do is say to the Democrats, I'm okay with that portion. In fact, I'm happy about it. However, now there's still a big gaping hole in this spending plan, and I've got to go back into this budget and X out, eliminate, line item veto, whatever I have to until I can reach a point so that these schools can still be funded and the budget can still be balanced. So there's a lot of work left to do. Stay tuned.